How you doing, YouTube? It's been a while, but today we are, well, I am stealth car camping. So you can probably hear me a bit better now. I've turned the heater down. So as I said, we are stealth car camping, location on the drive. The reason I'm on the drive is because I want to test out this diesel heater that you can hear clicking away in the background, and the fan that you heard earlier. So we've got the diesel heater, but I didn't want to drill holes in the car for the exhaust because it's still under warranty till next year, the car, or the van, the Fiat Doblo van, because we sold the Skoda and we opted for a Doblo van, and I absolutely love it. It's brilliant. I use it for work, and obviously we've been out camping a few times in it, and it's been brilliant. Me and the missus, the dog, fantastic, love it. And that's what it's all about, you know. So it's just me in the van tonight. So it was snowing outside. I've got all the blinds up, so it's quite cold. I think it's advertised as about -2 tonight. So I've come out just to test the heater. There's so much that I've done to it, I'm not going to cover it all in this video. So this video is just about the diesel heater and me just dossing about in the van tonight, giving the missus a break. So there it is. Oh, you can't see anything. There it is, there, ticking away. It's 12, no it's not, it's 27 degrees in the van, and the exhaust, what I was talking about earlier about drilling holes, comes up there and out the window. Now that bit there was a mission, but I'm very happy with the results. I've just got to be mindful of that the exhaust that's touching the door fascia doesn't get too hot and melt it. So that's the point of tonight, just making sure it's not going to melt anything, and if it does I can jump out and I'm at home. So that's the point. I'll try not to waffle too much. We'll see how that goes, eh? But the clicking, everyone that's got a diesel heater will know that the clicking sends some people balmy, but in the scheme of things it's minus whatever outside, and in here I'm toasty. In fact, I've got to turn it down, it's that hot. I have got a backup. I've got a gas cylinder heater, but on the carbon monoxide tester just there, it was registering carbon monoxide, so I chose not to leave it on overnight because obviously I don't want to kill myself. But it's there as a backup, and it worked quite well. Just run it for a few minutes and then switch it off. But yeah, very happy with this. So this is the Fiat Doblo. It's got the Amdro boot kit, not that you can really tell because it's quite dark, so I've got all the blinds shut because obviously I don't want the neighbours, and we've got the TV there, I don't want the neighbours to see what I'm doing on the drive. Yeah, and this is in the bed mode, so both seats are pushed forward and the bed's laid out. The table for the double bed gets laid down flat on the bottom of this, then these cushions lay on top of that. It's got totally flat surface, but to be fair, I quite like the table there for putting knick-knack stuff on and stuff. So I've got to turn the heater down again because I'm roasting, and it's what do you call it? Not cordless, it's remote control. So it's still slowing down. so I'll let you know how I get on later. So because the cooker on the Amdro boot kit, and it comes supplied with a cooker, gas canister, 2 burner, it's only accessible when the boot's open. So that's the back window. I mean, the lighting's not great in here. Let me get my phone and put my torch on. So the cooker's in that wooden, where that water is there. It's in that unit there. So to get access to the cooker, you've got to open the tailgate. So that's the only one of the downsides, but it's not a problem because I've got enough flipping cook kits to keep the British Army going. So we got the small trangia and cups and stuff, so it's handy having this table here, and you can cook on it and watch TV, feel the heat, some light. Just need some tunes, don't we? So yeah, so I'm going to get a brew on with the old trusty trangia. This is the small one. So what's the small one? The 27? Yeah, with the big one being the 25, something like that. So the plan is to get out more in it, you know. I'd like to do Scotland, but obviously with lockdown, we bought this during lockdown. We just can't get anywhere in it. So that's the plan, is do Scotland. It'd be interesting to see how we get on living in it, but you know, you don't know until you try it. But the diesel heater's perfect. The only issue I've got is it's running off a 12 volt AGM leisure battery, which is under the seat there in the passenger footwell. It's not hooked up to any charging device. Does that make sense? So there's no solar panel, obviously, because it's snowing. And in the next couple of weeks, I'm getting a split charger fitted, so that'll be good. That'll be good if we're at a camp spot one night and then we drive to somewhere else, because then when we drive it will charge the car battery. Once the car battery is charged, it sends the charge from the car battery to the 12 volt leisure battery under the bed, which will charge it up that way. So it's not too bad, but I just have to charge it up in the house, because obviously the diesel heater's using power. I'd like to run the TV off the leisure battery. At the minute it's on the lithium battery. Oh shit. The importance of having a carbon monoxide detector. So I've got the windows cracked open, and that's just from that. So I'll open the windows a bit more and hopefully stop me from suffocating. But it's flipping warm in here. The heat is on minimum, but it's just roasting. So getting the diesel heater was a massive learning curve, and choosing not to drill holes in the van added to that learning curve. But I think we're at the top of that curve now. I've done quite a lot of research, tried different things have failed, things have worked, and it's all around the exhaust. How to get the exhaust fumes outside the vehicle, how to protect the inside of the vehicle from the heat of the exhaust. So tonight will be the test of it running all night. It seems to be okay now. It's been running for about an hour now. Initially I put it on full blast just to heat the van up, but now it's just on its lowest setting, ticking over. I think in the middle of the night it's going to be quite loud. To be fair, I don't really need my sleeping bag. it's nice and toasty. So with the exhaust, I got the extension kit when I bought the heater, and I've got the exhaust coming out the bottom of the heater, curved up and then snaking outside the window. I've wrapped the exhaust in exhaust bandage, I don't know what you call it. It's like a brown fabric, it's like fiberglass type stuff. You soak it in water. So I wrapped both sections up in the bandage, then I wrapped that up in like a white reflective material, and then just used cable ties. I tried that a few times and it was still, the heat was still coming out of it because it was in contact with the bottom of the door, you know, where you keep all your knickknacks like face masks and stuff, where the speaker is. So it was getting quite warm there, so I was stuck. I tried the foam you get for air conditioning units. It was advertised as being heat resistant and to so many degrees, and it just melted it. So I got rid of that. But then I did some more research and looked at turbo blankets, and there's a few videos on YouTube of people experimenting with how the outside of the turbo was with and without a jacket on, and it looked pretty good. And to be fair, I bought a jacket and cut it and cable tied that to where the exhaust comes in contact with the car, and to be fair, it's perfect. With all those 3 layers on, it's not, and with it being on low, it's not a problem. So I can hold that exhaust. Yeah, it's warm, but it's not scalding my hands, you know. So I'm quite happy with that learning curve, what I've learned and researched, and being in lockdown has its positives, eh? So yeah, it's just the power. Once I can get the leisure battery hooked up to the split charger, that'll be better. Although still being conscious that if we're not going anywhere for a few days, it's just going to drain the battery. But yeah, and the noise. But on the other hand, I could be in the van wrapped up with hat, scarf, 4 layers, gas heater, sending the carbon monoxide through the roof. Do you know what? I can live with the clicking and the noise of the fan. Totally happy with that because I'm sat here toasty. So yeah, it's just what, you know, you're willing to put up with. I don't think the missus will be too happy with that clicking away all night. But we got the tailgate tent. So in the summer we went camping and we had the tailgate open, and the tent goes over the tailgate, and it gives you more space, so you can pull the cooker out, you can cook inside the tent, and it's brilliant. The only issue is that where it seals on the outside around the van, it's not watertight, and I don't think you could get it watertight unless it was like some sort of neoprene and totally sealed. So it filled up full of water. If I find a video, I'll put it on if I find a picture, I'll put it on the video of how much water we collected. But in the awning, I say awning, I could put the diesel heater in the awning, which would make it, you know, not next to our heads clicking away all night. So, and we could have it on full blast. I don't know how much diesel it uses. I haven't got that far yet in, you know, in reviewing it and researching it. I've added a fuse to it, to the power supply, I've wrapped the fuel pump in some sound insulating foam. What else have I done? I've added a fuel filter for the diesel. Oh. So I've done quite a bit of work to it even before it saw the van, and then even more work after in getting that wood fitted. But, I'm chuffed to bits with it. Happy. Right, I said I wasn't waffling, but I'm flipping and waffling. I'm just watching bottom with a cup of tea. I'll turn the heater off because it's just too warm. I'll maybe put it on later. I'm hoping the battery is going to last, but if it doesn't, I can just pop in, hence why I'm on the drive tonight, to get a better idea of how much fuel, how much power it takes up. But I'm not going to cook tonight because Just Eat has delivered fish and chips, and then I'll cook in the morning. I've got some sausage bacon sandwich to have in the morning. Who's texting me? Okay, so yeah, I'm going to enjoy some dinner and catch you later. Just lying here after dinner, just chilling. It's still nice and warm, and I can hear the wind howling out there. Just looking at the gap in the wood there. How to cover that up for a bit more privacy. So I don't know if using the heater would be ideal in a stealth situation with an exhaust sticking out the window. I'd probably have to use the gas heater, or depending on where I parked. But I was thinking if I get another turbo blanket, I could screw the material in around to stop people looking in. I mean, there's no draft really. There's none at all because the wind's coming from that way. So, but yeah, just a thought. Just watching IT crowd. Shallow. Good morning. Not a bad night. It was cold because I didn't have the heater running through the night, so I wanted to keep an eye on the battery levels. But once the heater had kicked in, it was alright. Toasty. It's toasty now. It's forecast on the TV on the news this morning that it was the coldest night last night. I think it got down to about -1. But now you can see a bit better of what I've done with the heater. So we've got the 4 outlets there, and that's the turbo blanket I was talking about last night, tucked between the exhaust and where the speaker is on the door. And that's the wood that I've adapted, and it fits quite well. So yeah, quite happy with that. I think I need a window vacuum cleaner because the windows are just soaked. Yeah, happy with that. I think the readout on the heater says the battery's at 11.2 volts. But what I'll do is I'll pull it in the house this afternoon and charge it up. Didn't take much yesterday to charge it up. Once I got the split charger connected, then I won't have to keep doing that. So yeah, chicken dinner, winner winner. So I'm gonna get a brew on now, sort this mess out, and I might do sausage and bacon sarnie. There you go. I'm a little montage to Star Wars. Right, let's get sorted. So we're sorting breakfast out. We got bacon, we got egg, and we got buttered bread. I might take that top off there just to get the heat up, but I'm doing it on the floor because if I do it on the table it's quite close to the ceiling. I don't want fat splattering all on the ceiling, so just keep it down there. Plus it's cooler down there, so if anything goes wrong it's more manageable. But yeah, yum yum. So that's it. The aim of last night was to test the heater, and it's not melted anything. Well, not that I can see anyway until I dismantle it. But yeah, it's been a positive one, and now I've got more confidence in going further afield in the van camping. So keep checking out the channel and see what's coming. So I'll say goodbye for now. Take care. God bless.